the Lord and spread it before the Lord. And Hezekiah prayed before the Lord and said, O Lord, the God of Israel, who are enthroned above the cherubim, you are God, you alone, of all the kingdoms of the earth. You have made heaven and earth. Incline your ear, O Lord, and hear. Open your eyes, O Lord, and see. Hear the words of Sennacherib, which he has sent to mock the living God. Truly, O Lord, the kings of Assyria have laid waste the nations and their lands, and have hurled their gods into the fire, though they were no gods, but the work of human hands, wood and stone, and so they were destroyed. So now, O Lord, our God, save us, save us, save us, I pray you, from his hand, so that all the kingdoms of the earth may know that you, O Lord, are God alone. And then in verse 35, that very night, the angel of the Lord set out and struck down 185,000 in the camp of the Assyrians. When morning dawned, they were all dead bodies. Then King Sennacherib of Assyria left, went home and lived in Nineveh. As he was worshiping in the house of his god Mishra, his sons killed him with the sword, and they escaped to the land of Ararat. His son Esarhaddon succeeded him. He took the threat of the king, the letter that was written, and instead of weeping over it, he took it to the house of the Lord, and he laid it at the altar, and he prayed over it. What a powerful symbol that is for those of us that say we trust in God, that find ourselves in places like Hezekiah, that when you can't do anything else with it, take it to the altar. Amen. Set it right there. The loved one that you can't do anything with. The problem at work you can't seem to resolve. The thing at school that's been bothered. Whatever it is, the text suggests take it to God. Leave it right there and pray over it. Prayer still changes things. It may not change it when we want it, but prayer changes things. And Hezekiah believed so much in God that he got done talking back and forth to the king of Assyria. He said, I'm done talking with you. I'm going to take it to the Lord. I'm going to put it to the place where I know that something can be done on my behalf. If God has done it for somebody else, then God can do it for you and for me. Whatever it is you're facing, take it to God and just put it right there. Because it said that same night, when the Assyrians went to sleep, something came through their community. Some experts have said that it was cholera. Other people have said it was some kind of other mysterious disease, but 185,000 men died, and because of their fear of whatever the plague was, instead of invading Jerusalem, they packed up their stuff, and they turned around, and they left, and Jerusalem was not invaded by Sennacherib, and Sennacherib never came back, but died in the hands of his own son. That sometimes when you give it to God, God will do some stuff on your behalf that you cannot do for yourself. That's why he said, leave it right there, because whatever it is that you're in the midst of, you're not in it by yourself. When I was a teenager, I think I told the story before, but from a different perspective. My friends and I got into this big fight with some kids from another neighborhood. We went down there and we jumped on somebody that beat up my brother. They jumped on him, and so we jumped on him. And as we were getting out of there, out of the skating ring, in the middle of the fight, I got into a tussle with one of the boys there, and we fell through a big plate glass window of the skating ring, just shattered. I know that would be $1,000 window. We got up and kept fighting, and we took off running. And as we were running, we were all together, and one of my good friends tripped and fell. So I stopped to help him up, and he tripped and fell again. And by the time I helped him the second time, we looked up, and everybody with us had already gone out of sight. I mean, next thing I know, I looked around, and he wasn't even there. I was all by myself. I said, good God. Then I looked around, and not only was I by myself, but the whole gang that we were running from were all after me. I mean, they had their sights on it. It was either to run up a dark street, and the way I knew it was nobody to help me, or try to make it for the bright lights at 7-Eleven. And I said, at least by the time they get done doing whatever they're going to do, there'll be somebody that at least call an ambulance to help me get home. So before I even get to the door at 7-Eleven, I mean, all of them got me. And I mean, they were just stomping and jumping. And I mean, it was the worst beating I ever took in my life. Come to find out, it's funny, son, you can laugh, it was funny. It was funny looking back on it. Years later, one of the friends who I stopped to help, I found out. He told me that he got jumped on too. He had dirt all on him, and I saw him later that night. Told me one night, one of those drunken confessions, that he was actually hiding in the bushes. And he watched me get stoned. Now, I only got caught because I stopped to help him. And sometimes the folk that you stop to help will leave you in life all by yourself when you need them the most. So I got up after getting beaten down. I mean, the hickey on my head was so big, literally, I could see it without a mirror. I could look up and it was there. I said, my God, is that a hickey? I mean, it was bad, bro. It was the worst beating in life for me. And the people from 7-Eleven picked me up and they dragged me in the store. Then the fellas came back when they couldn't find my friends. They were